Hello everyone, welcome to Savi online video tutorial on applied hydraulics. So today we are starting a module 4, that is impact of jet on vanes, and in this class we are discussing the impulse momentum equation and what is impact of jet, and we are going to discuss some derivations on force exerted by a jet on a stationary curved plate. Okay, so let us just start. So first of all, the module name is impact of jet on vanes. I think jet you know very well. For example, if you take a pipe flow, for example, if you take a pipe flow, so at the end of the pipe, you will be having a nozzle. Okay, so you'll be having a nozzle like this. This is a pipe. Okay, so this is a pipe and the water is flowing through that, and this particular is a part is a nozzle, and the water which is coming through this nozzle is called a jet of water. Okay, so uh, at the end of the pipe, a nozzle has been fitted, so where the water will be comes out with a very high velocity and and also with a very high pressure. So that particular water which is comes through the nozzle is said to be a jet of water. So what is the impact of jet then? See, when, for example, when this jet of water coming out through the nozzle, so if you place any obstruction, okay, so like here we are discussing a jet on plate, okay, so if you place any plates or a vane, so we are going to call this as a plate or a vane. Okay, so when you place a plate or a vane which may be stationary or moving, for example, this particular plate may be stationary or it may be moving. Okay, so at that time the jet of water which is coming out through the nozzle with a very high velocity will come and hit this particular plate. That force, okay, so that the force at which the jet comes and strikes the plate is called a impact of jet. Okay, so impact is nothing but the force of water. So it is the force with which the jet of water striking the plate, whether the plate is stationary or moving, when it is kept across the jet of water. So and here, so we have the force exerted by jet on basically we have two cases. So one we going to classify it as a stationary plate and the moving plate. So when this particular plate is stationary, what is the force exerted by the jet? And when the plate is moving, what is the force exerted by the jet? And under that we have subclassification, that is when the plate is vertical, when the plate is inclined, and when the plate is curved. And similarly on the moving plate also, we have when the plate is vertical to the jet and inclined to the jet and curved to the jet. So these are the different cases. So first, before that, see, whenever to derive this particular equation, that is force equation for the different cases or the different plates, we are going to use the principle, that is impulse momentum principle or impulse momentum equation. So where this principle is derived based on the Newton's second law. So it can also be say as momentum principle. See here, what is this impulse momentum principle or the moment, the generally just a momentum principle states is, so a force, a net force exerted by the fluid, net force exerted by the fluid of mass m, fluid of mass m is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum. That is what this principle says. Okay, momentum principle says that the net force exerted by the fluid of mass m is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum, and also the change occurs in that particular direction of motion. So in which the rate of change of momentum, the change in momentum occurs in which the force is acting. So that is in the direction of flow. And this impulse momentum equation is obtained from the Newton's second law, that is F is equal to ma. So where what is a? A is nothing but the acceleration. So acceleration is what? So change in velocity with respect to time. So the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is your acceleration. So where that rate of change of velocity is the difference between initial and the final velocity. So v1 and v2, the change in velocity dv can be represented as v1 minus v2 divided by t. So F is equal to m into v1 minus v2 divided by t. And also, so it can also be say as impulse of a force. So is given by the change in momentum which is caused by the force on the body. So as I told, so it is the same principle, that is nothing but, and so we can also state this impulse momentum principle is nothing but an impulse of force exerted by the fluid of mass m, okay, so is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum. So we can rewrite this equation as f into t is equal to m into v1 minus m into v2. So where this m into v1 and m into v2 represents the initial momentum and the final momentum. See, the momentum is mass into velocity. Momentum is mass into velocity. So v1 represents initial velocity and v2 represents the final velocity. So the force exerted by the plate in that particular direction, F is equal to m into so v1 minus v2 divided by d. So this principle we are going to use so to derive the equation for F for different plate condition. So this, now you can rewrite this equation. See, for example, in this particular equation, m divided by t, so that is nothing but mass per time or mass per second is equal to initial velocity minus the final velocity. Okay, so this mass per second can be written as rho into q, that is nothing but using the mass density formula. So you know mass density is equal to mass by volume. Okay, so we need mass here. Okay, mass per second. So mass will be equal to what? Rho into volume. Okay, don't get confused. It is not velocity. It is volume. So here we are talking about mass per time is mass per second. Okay, so it will be rho into volume per second. So volume per second can be written as what? It is nothing but discharge. So rho into q into v1 minus v2. Okay, you can rewrite this as rho into q into v1 minus v2. So where discharge, the general continuity equation is nothing but area into velocity. So F is equal to rho av into v1 minus v2. So this is the equation, that is impulse momentum equation, which you're going to use throughout to derive the equation. So the first case you have on a stationary plate. Okay, so here we have considered a stationary curved plate. Okay, so as you see here, the jet of water is coming out through the nozzle. So this is this part is a pipe. So as I have already told, and this is a nozzle. Okay, and this is a jet of water. As you see here, the jet of water coming out from the nozzle with the velocity v and coming and striking the curved plate. Okay, so we have considered a jet of water with the velocity v, coming and striking the curved plate. And here, see, under curved plate, you have three different cases. Okay, so as you see here, see, the jet is coming exactly at the center and striking the plate. And similarly, you have the second case when the jet strikes the tangential to the curved plate and the plate is symmetrical about x-axis. So that is the second case. So this is A, this is B, and the third case is when it is striking tangential and the plate is unsymmetrical. So this is unsymmetrical. Okay, this is symmetrical and this is direct. So these are the three cases which are available in the curved plate. So the first case is when the jet strikes exactly at the center of the curved plate. So as you see here, it is a fixed curved, means stationary curved plate. So initially, so the velocity with which the jet is coming and striking is a v. Okay, so the initial velocity is v, and here we have assumed the curved plate, the plate to be smooth. Okay, so if the plate is assumed to be smooth plate, there will be no loss of energy. Okay, so whatever the velocity with which the jet is striking, with the same velocity, so the jet will come out through the plate. So here the initial velocity is v, and also the final velocity with which the jet will come out is also with the same magnitude of velocity, but so it will be at an angle theta. As it is a curved plate, the angle, the deflection angle is theta. So this particular deflection angle is theta. So the jet will be coming out with an velocity v at an angle theta. So as you see here, this is the outlet now. Okay, and this is the inlet. So at the inlet, the velocity is so v, and at the outlet, as you see, the velocity is acting at an angle theta. So as you have studied the elements of civil engineering, so whenever an inclined force is there, you can resolve that particular force. So you can resolve this particular force at the outlet as v cos theta and v sin theta. So now let us just apply the impulse momentum equation. So the impulse momentum equation is F is equal to rho AV, that is mass per second can be written as rho AV into V1 minus V2. So that is nothing but the initial velocity minus the final velocity. So here, so first we'll find out the force along x direction. So this is a force along x direction and this is a force along y direction. So let us just find so the force along x direction. Okay, so if you consider Fx, okay, so we'll apply to this the general impulse momentum equation. So rho a remains same. So Fx is equal to rho a. I'll write it here. Fx is equal to rho a v. Okay, so the initial velocity here, what is the initial velocity? See, you have to consider only the velocity in x direction. Okay, so the initially v1 is v, because as you see the jet is coming exactly in the horizontal direction and striking the plate. So initial velocity is v. So final velocity minus v2. So v2 is how much? See here, v2 is minus v cos theta. So I hope you know the direction. The right word is positive, upward is positive, and downward is negative, and left is negative. So this is a sign convention what we are going to consider. See, v sin theta is upward, which is positive, and v cos theta is a minus. So here the horizontal component is what? It is minus v cos theta. So it will be minus into minus, you'll get plus into v cos theta. So you can take it v outside. So you will get Fx as rho a v square 1 plus cos theta. So this is the force along x direction. So similarly, so we'll calculate Fy. So Fy is equal to, so rho av. So initial velocity. So if you see the initial velocity, so there is only horizontal component. There is no vertical component. So the initial velocity for Fy is 0. Okay, there is no vertical velocity component. Minus the final velocity. You can see here the vertical component is there, that is v sin theta. So minus v sin theta. So you will get minus rho a v square sin theta. So Fy will be equal to minus rho a v square sin theta. So these are the two equation for force exerted by the jet on a stationary curved plate. Okay, so that is Fx is equal to rho a v square 1 plus cos theta, and Fy is equal to minus rho a v square sin theta. So as I have told, you have three cases in curved plate. The second one is a symmetrical. So when the jet strikes in a tangential direction and when the plate is symmetrical. Okay, as you see in the figure here, so you can see the jet of water coming through the nozzle is striking the curved plate in a tangential direction. Okay, means at one end of the plate it is striking, it is not striking exactly at the center. And also it is assumed to be symmetrical plate. Symmetrical plate means when you divide the plate into two equal parts, so you're going to divide the plate exactly at the center. So when you divide, there will be equal distribution on both the sides of the x-axis. Okay, so that is what the symmetrical meaning. So let us just first as I have already told, so we have considered a jet of water, so striking the symmetrical curved plate at one end tangentially with an angle theta. Okay, so the initial, so now this will be your inlet and this will be your outlet. Okay, so at the inlet, the velocity with which the jet is striking is at an angle theta. And similarly, see here the assumption what we have made, so the plate is assumed to be smooth plate. So if the plate is assumed to be smooth, so there will be no losses. Okay, so that is what we have considered. Okay, so there will be no loss. So as there is no loss, whatever the magnitude and the direction with which the velocity is coming at the inlet, with the same magnitude and with the same angle, the jet will come out through the plate. So you can see V and theta both remain same because the plate is assumed to be smooth and there will be no loss of energy. So whatever the magnitude and the direction with which the jet is striking, with the same velocity, magnitude and direction, the jet will come out through the plate. And also as it is a tangential, as the jet is striking in tangential both at the inlet and coming out in a tangential direction, so you will be having two components both at the inlet and at the outlet. So as you see here, at the inlet the velocity is striking at an angle theta, so you can resolve that into two components, v cos theta and v sin theta. And similarly, so you can resolve at the outlet as v cos theta and v sin theta. Okay, so we have resolved, and here at the outlet v sin theta is positive and v cos theta is negative, and here at the inlet both are positive because, so the sign convention I have already told, rightward is positive, upward is positive, and downward and leftward are negative. So here now we have calculated all the inlet velocity, that is velocity component. So let us just apply to the impulse momentum equation. So the impulse momentum equation is F is equal to rho a v into v1 minus v2, that is nothing but the initial velocity minus the final velocity. So first let us apply for the x direction. We'll calculate the force along x direction. So it is rho a v, so into v1. So you can see we have to consider only the horizontal component. We are calculating force along x. So the x component is v cos theta. Okay, so at the inlet it is plus v cos theta minus the final velocity v2 is minus v cos theta. So minus into minus you'll get plus. So it is v cos theta. So v cos theta, v cos theta, 2 v cos theta. So you'll get, so fx as 2 rho a v square into cos theta. So similarly, we'll calculate Fy now. So Fy will be equal to what? Rho a v. So initial velocity is plus v sin theta. So v sin theta and minus the outlet velocity in the vertical direction, that is v2. So is v sin theta. So it is again minus v sin theta. So minus sin theta will get cancelled. So Fy you will get it as 0. Okay. So for a stationary curved symmetrical plate, Fx is 2 rho a v square cos theta and Fy is 0. So this is the second case. So the last case you have unsymmetrical plate. So same, when the jet strike tangential in one direction at one end of the plate, and when the plate is unsymmetrical, means there is no equal distribution on both the sides of x-axis. So when there is an unsymmetrical plate, see whatever the direction, with which the jet is striking, so will be different from the jet, the direction at which the jet is coming out. As you see here, theta is the angle at which the jet is striking at the one end, whereas phi is the angle at which the jet is coming out from the plate. Okay, so here also what we have considered a jet of water which is coming through the nozzle, is striking in the tangential direction at an angle theta at one end of the plate, and it is through the coming out through the plate with an angle phi, because it is unsymmetrical. The angle will be different. The direction will be the direction will be different. Okay. So now what we'll do, and here also we have assumed the plate to be smooth plate and there is no loss of energy. So the magnitude remains same. Okay. So the magnitude V remains same as we have assumed the plate to be smooth. So now we'll use the same principle. We have to calculate what is Fx and Fy for this particular case. So let us just use the impulse momentum equation, that is rho AV into V1 minus V2. So rho AV. So let us just calculate Fx first. So Fx is equal to rho AV. So into V1 minus V2. So as I have told, it is acting at an angle. So both inlet and outlet velocity you can resolve into two components, V sin theta and V cos theta, and V sin phi and V cos phi. So it is positive and negative. This will be positive and this will also be positive. So it will be V cos theta, because you have to consider only the horizontal whenever you calculate Fx, minus V cos phi. So it is plus V cos phi. So Fx will be rho a v square, because v is common, you can take it outside. So rho a v square cos theta plus cos phi is the force exerted by jet on a plate. So similarly, we'll calculate Fy. So Fy will be equal to what? Rho a v. So initial velocity is in the vertical direction is v sin theta minus v, because again it is plus, so minus of this v sin phi. So v again you can take it outside, so you'll get Fy as rho a v square sin theta minus sin phi. So these are the Fx and Fy, that is force exerted by jet on a stationary curved plate, that is unsymmetrical plate. So these are the three derivations on a curved plate. Thank you. In the next class, we'll see the moving curved plate, and so we'll see what is the force exerted by the jet on a moving curved plate. Thank you once again.